Hey friends, welcome to today's video. I have a migraine. I've had a migraine all day today and it's really affected me. I have been thinking about doing a day in the life video because I've been asked before, how do you take care of kids when you have a migraine? What does that look like? What are some of your symptoms? How do you know one's coming on? And I thought rather than tell you those things, if I could show you, that would be even more ideal. So I have been taking notes all day long so I can make this video. It's almost 6 o'clock right now. My husband took my kids to get some fast food for dinner, bless him. And I now have a couple minutes that I'm going to talk this day through. Again, I'm coming off of a migraine, so I probably will have a couple of times where I pause a little bit longer than normal, and I may lose my train of thought, and I may not be able to speak. We'll see how that goes. I am probably not going to edit those things out though, because if we're doing a day in the life, and we're truly doing a day in the life video, those things for sure are part of a day in my life when I have a chronic migraine. I need to start off first by telling you that on days where I have a really bad migraine, I parent usually laying down from the floor or on the couch. I wear sunglasses almost all day long. I just barely switch them out for my regular glasses to do this video because my pain is finally subsided a little bit and I am just in that kind of the phase where, what's it called? The phase where you can't remember anything and the phase where your brain is not working. I can't think of the word for that, but here we are. Obviously, I am in that phase because I can't remember what the word is for what I'm trying to describe. I'm sure I'll remember it later. Anyway, let's get started. I woke up this morning and I knew that I had a migraine coming on because my jaw was really clenched. I couldn't get it to like pop and stretch. It took me several tries and my ears were popping too. We've had storms really bad and it's causing a lot of barometric pressure changes. This causes migraines for me, and so I knew we were gonna have a bad day. My face and neck are stiff and sore and achy, as well as my head, obviously. But a major sign that I'm going to have a migraine is when I wake up just kind of like having a mini panic attack. You know that feeling when you wake up, when you have somewhere to be and you missed your alarm and you kind of wake up disoriented, you look at your phone and realize that you are late, that you have like 10 minutes to get out of the door and you are rushing, you feel behind already. You feel like a chicken cut with their head cut off running around, and you just feel behind and stressed, and that's how I wake up feeling usually on days where I have a really bad migraine. So I had that today. I knew it was going to be a rough day throughout the day. I couldn't stop yawning. That's another one of my signs that I have a migraine, and my eyes were really itchy and burning and dry, which is another one of my migraine signs. So that's how I woke up. I had my 2 kids and we had to have breakfast. So I got up, made breakfast for all of us. I was really nauseous by that point, but I forced myself to eat my oatmeal because if I don't eat, I'm even more sick. So I forced myself to eat and followed that up with some ibuprofen. I've had stomach ulcers in the past from too much ibuprofen, so I have to be really careful, but I knew I would need it today. I sat down then and kind of zoned out while my kids did their thing, because on days like today, my whole goal is to make sure that no one dies. So again, a lot of the days that I have migraines, I'm either laying down flat on my back, which seems to help the pain and helps the severity of my migraine. It usually shortens it a little bit as well. So throughout the day, I was laying down almost the whole day, usually on the ground, because I've got a baby and a toddler, and that's where they are. They're on the ground, they're playing. My baby is putting things in his mouth constantly. So I am on the ground laying there, and they're just crawling, and I kind of army crawl around with them. When I can't see them, I'll army crawl to a new spot and lay there for a while, and we just kind of move throughout the house. I made myself a specialty drink. I like to go to the gas station and get drinks, but unfortunately, if I have a really bad migraine day, there's no way I'm going to risk driving, especially with my 2 babies. So I have a stash of lots of caffeinated beverages. My personal favorite though is Code Red and Code Red Mountain Dew, and my daughter wanted a matching drink. She knows this routine. So I have some ginger ale for her. So we both drink our special drinks together. She knows that Mom has her special drinks, and I actually call them Mom's medicine because they have caffeine in them. And she knows she's not allowed to have them, but Mom has her medicine just about every day. I also put on my sunglasses and put in my earplugs, I should say, that help me with migraines, specifically barometric pressure change migraines. The earplugs I wear are earplugs called WeatherX earplugs. They're specifically made for people with chronic migraines, and they're awesome. This is the app actually that I use. I get alerts when I need to insert my earplugs, and they follow the barometric pressure changes in the location that you choose, which is really, really nice. They give you forecast of the day, the next 48 hours, and then I believe 5 days as well. So it's really, really helpful. I try to have my earplugs with me most, if not all of the time, just in case, especially if I know there are storms coming. By late morning, my pain was not as bad. And at this point, we watched the storm, my kids and I. There was some really loud lightning and thunder, which is always really fun for kids and adults, and some good rain. We had also had several snacks, and I was getting my kids some string cheese, and I noticed that my hands were really weak. They were numb and tingling and not working very well. I get a lot of stroke-like symptoms oftentimes with migraines, as far as pain and numbness and tingling and weakness either in my arms or in my hands. My daughter was super upset that it was raining today. Same sister. She asked, "Why is it not warm outside?" And this is because yesterday she was playing outside in the splash pad that we have. And her prayer, actually last night before bed, she said, "Thank you for getting to play in the splash pad." So she was not the only one that was disappointed in the weather change, but that's why today's migraine was so severe. I think it's because it had been so warm and nice yesterday. And I should also mention how awesome my husband is. He cleaned up our kitchen a little bit before he went to work today, and when he came back to go to lunch, my daughter asked him, "Why do you have to go back to work?" And my husband told her, "So I can make money and pay off debt." And she said, "But I miss you." So we were really lucky to have him, because on days like today, he gets the kids when he comes home, and he knows that he's on duty when he's home. I need him to help me out. And if you'll notice in all of these pictures and videos where you can see a TV, Daniel Tiger is playing. We had that on all day long today. And we had the dogs inside snuggling with us on the couch, and that's what we did pretty much the whole time my son was asleep. He woke up about 3:30, so it was a good 2.5 hour long nap, which was awesome. After that, we played with some paint, the IKEA Mala, I think that's how you say it, IKEA Mala paint. I bought the paint for days like today, rainy migraine days. I talk about that in my last video with parenting tips. I will link it down below. But I think one of the best things that I had ready were a bunch of crayons and or paper, and obviously the fun paints with the paintbrush. And a really good idea is to put those crafts, especially the messy ones where you have paint, in a box like the boxes you get from Costco, just kind of an open tray box. And my daughter painted all over that, as you can see in the pictures and video, but she had a great time. The painting as well as some coloring took over an hour of our day, which I am trying to just get through the day. On days like today, we're trying to pass time. Again, no one gets hurt, and if that can happen, it has been a successful day. So that got us almost to 5 o'clock when my husband was going to be coming home. We did some homework. My house, I'll be honest with you, is really, really trashed. I needed to clean up. Specifically, our hallway has just a massive pile of laundry that needs to be sorted and moved into the laundry room, and just like the toy pickup that you should or hope to be doing all day long when you have kids. I have to say, I'm not going to give myself grief for that. I am so proud of myself for getting through today. And that's what I want to end on, is a little pep talk. I always end with a little pep talk. I need this today, and I'm sure if you're having pain, you need it as well. I feel like I did a great job. I didn't do everything I wanted. Like I said, I wanted to get my house picked up a little bit. Obviously, I didn't get ready today, but I am proud of what I did. I am proud of the fact that we did some good learning activities. I will say this though, those only happened because I rested earlier on. Like I said, from the time I woke up until about 3:30, I was laying down pretty much the entire time, trying to recover, trying to get back strength and get that pain to kind of level off so that I could do some activities with them. I hope you know that you're important, you are loved, and you have people cheering you on. If no one's told you today or recently, you are enough. You are important. I'm just going to keep saying that. You're important, and your value is not affected by your productivity. If you made it through today, good for you. You did it, and you're going to be able to make it through another day, or just even another hour. You got this. We got this. I hope you are having a less pain or a painless day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.